Welcome, my fellow darkness dwellers, to a place where childhood memories turn into nightmares. Tonight we venture into the unsettling world of haunted playgrounds. Picture yourself walking down a dimly lit street, the only sound your own breath and the distant echoing laughter of children. But when you turn the corner, the laughter stops, and before you stands a desolate playground. The swings hang motionless, the slides stand silent, and an unnerving stillness fills the air. We're diving deep into 3 such playgrounds tonight, each more sinister than the last. Places where the joy and laughter of children have been replaced by an unspeakable dread, where the rust on the swings whispers tales of tragedy, and the empty slides echo with the ghostly giggles of children long gone. So lock your doors, turn off the lights, and huddle close, my friends, as we unravel the terrifying tales of the haunted playgrounds, ghostly laughter at night. Imagine, if you will, a town much like your own, a quaint, peaceful place with tree-lined streets and friendly neighbors. Now picture a derelict park, nestled in its heart, swallowed by overgrown weeds and shrouded in an eerie silence. This, my friends, is the abandoned park, a place where the air hangs heavy with dread and the laughter of children has been replaced by the whisper of the wind. Locals tell tales of an unsettling presence that lingers there, a bone-chilling coldness that seeps into your bones, the feeling of unseen eyes watching your every move. The park stands deserted now, the rusty swings creaking mournfully in the breeze, a stark reminder of the laughter and joy that once filled the air. Some say the park is haunted by the ghost of a young girl who met an untimely end within its gates. They say if you listen closely, you can hear her faint, mournful cries echoing through the broken swings and deserted jungle gym. Others speak of a shadowy figure, a spectral presence that roams the grounds at night, its eyes glowing menacingly in the darkness. They say the figure appears when the moon is full, gliding silently through the overgrown grass, its ethereal form barely visible beneath the pale moonlight. Some who have dared to venture into the park at night claim to have felt an icy touch, a sudden drop in temperature that sends shivers down their spines. The air grows thick with a palpable sense of dread warning them to flee. A palpable fear grips the hearts of those who dare to enter, their instincts screaming at them to turn back. But curiosity, as they say, often outweighs common sense. Many have attempted to capture evidence of the paranormal activity that plagues the abandoned park. Cameras malfunction, batteries drain inexplicably, and EVP recorders pick up strange, disembodied voices whispering in the wind. But despite the lack of concrete evidence, the stories persist, passed down through generations like a whispered warning. The abandoned park remains a chilling reminder that some places hold on to their past, refusing to let go of the echoes of what once was. It stands as a testament to the power of fear, a place where the line between reality and the supernatural blurs, leaving visitors with a lingering sense of unease long after they've left its desolate grounds. So, if you ever find yourself in that quaint, peaceful town, be wary of the abandoned park. For within its decaying borders lies a darkness that whispers to the very core of your being, a darkness that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the world around you. Remember, sometimes it's the places that seem the most innocent that harbor the darkest secrets. And sometimes the laughter of children is merely the echo of something far more sinister. Our next stop takes us to a playground shrouded in a darkness far more playful, yet equally unsettling. This is no ordinary playground, my friends. This is the dwelling of the haunted swings. Imagine, if you dare, the sun dipping below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the playground. The air grows still, the last of the children's laughter fading into the twilight. But as darkness descends, something peculiar begins to happen. The swings, once still and lifeless, begin to move. Back and forth they sway, slowly at first, then gaining momentum as if propelled by unseen hands. The rhythmic squeaking of the chains cuts through the silence, a haunting melody that sends chills down your spine. Locals whisper tales of the children who used to play in this park, their laughter echoing through the now desolate space. They say their spirits remain, bound to the swings that brought them so much joy. But these are not happy spirits content to relive their childhood days. They are restless souls trapped in an endless cycle of play, their laughter tinged with an unsettling undercurrent of sorrow. There have been countless eyewitness accounts of the swings moving violently, reaching impossible heights, as if a ghostly presence were urging them on. Some have even reported seeing shadowy figures seated upon the swings, their ethereal forms swaying gently in the breeze. One chilling tale speaks of a group of teenagers who dared to visit the playground late one night. As they approached the swings, they were met with an eerie silence. The air grew heavy as if an unseen force was pressing down upon them. Suddenly the swings began to move, slowly at first, then with increasing speed. The teenagers watched in terror as the swings reached impossible heights, the chains rattling ominously in the stillness. Then they heard it, a blood-curdling scream. One of the teenagers, a young girl, had gotten too close. The swings, as if possessed by a malevolent entity, swung towards her, striking her with bone-crushing force. Her friends watched in horror as she was thrown to the ground, her lifeless body sprawled beneath the now still swings. The police were baffled. There was no logical explanation for the girl's death. The swings, they said, were just swings. But the locals knew the truth. They knew that the haunted swings had claimed another victim. To this day, the playground remains deserted, the swings standing as a chilling reminder of the tragedy that unfolded there. Some say that if you listen closely on a quiet night, you can still hear the faint laughter of children echoing through the air. But be warned, it is not the sound of innocent play. It is the sound of something far more sinister, something that will chill you to your very core. So if you find yourself drawn to the allure of a deserted playground at night, remember the tale of the haunted swings. For the laughter you hear may be the last sound you ever hear. Our final destination brings us to the most unsettling location yet, a place where childhood joy turns to primal fear. This, my friends, is the legend of the creepy slide. Imagine a playground bathed in the eerie glow of a streetlight, the shadows stretching and twisting like gnarled fingers. At the edge of the playground, a lone slide stands sentinel, its metallic surface gleaming under the pale light. This is no ordinary slide. This is a conduit to somewhere dark, somewhere sinister. Children drawn to its allure tell tales of an invisible force, a ghostly hand that pushes them down the slide with unnatural speed. They describe a feeling of dread as they climb the ladder, a sense of being watched by unseen eyes. But the true horror of the creepy slide lies in its legend, a tale whispered among the local children, passed down through generations like a dark inheritance. It is the story of a young boy who vanished without a trace, his laughter swallowed by the night. The boy, they say, was last seen playing on the slide, his joyous shrieks echoing through the night. Then, silence. His parents searched frantically, their hearts pounding in their chests. But the boy was gone. The slide stood empty, its metallic surface cold and unyielding. Some say the boy was snatched by something that lurks within the slide's depths, something that feeds on the innocence of children. Others believe he simply wandered off, lost in the darkness. But the children, they know the truth. They whisper of a shadowy figure that emerges from the slide at night, its eyes glowing with an unnatural light. They say it searches for lost souls, luring them into the darkness with promises of candy and toys. The creepy slide stands as a chilling reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. It is a symbol of the darkness that lurks at the edge of our awareness, waiting to claim the unwary. Those who have dared to slide down the creepy slide at night tell of a strange sensation, a feeling of being watched, of being followed. They describe a sudden drop in temperature, a bone-chilling coldness that clings to them long after they've left the playground. The creepy slide remains a place of fear and fascination, a dark beacon that draws the curious and the foolish alike. But be warned, those who venture too close may find themselves caught in its grip, dragged down into the darkness that lies at its heart. Remember, my friends, sometimes the most innocent of objects can harbor the darkest of secrets. And sometimes the laughter of children is simply a prelude to something far more sinister. And so we reach the end of our journey into the heart of haunted playgrounds, places where innocence and terror collide. Remember the abandoned park, forever shrouded in silence, the haunted swings swaying to a rhythm only the dead can hear, and the creepy slide, a chilling reminder that some things are best left unplayed with. If you found yourself on the edge of your seat, your heart pounding in your chest, then you've come to the right place. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a tale of terror. Until next time, my fellow darkness dwellers, remember to keep your lights on, your doors locked, and your eyes peeled for the shadows, for you never know what might be lurking just out of sight.